Hi everyone, I wanted to make a short video on how we can compute the APR. So APR is computed in several steps. The first thing that you would need to do is you'd need to determine the total amount that the borrower actually pays. Okay, once you find the total amount that the borrower actually pays, then you have to determine the finance charge or the interest. That the borrower pays. And remember, you would do that by taking the total installment payments and subtracting the actual selling price from it, and that will give you the interest or the finance charge. And then finally, APR is determined by finding the ratio of the finance charge divided by the actual amount that was financed, multiplying this by 100, and then going to the table that is on page 593. And in the table, you would look for the number of payments and find the closest one that, the closest percentage that was to the percent that you calculated when you multiply the ratio of the finance charge and the amount financed by 100. So let's look at an example of this, and then we'll talk about it in more detail when we see each other in class on Monday. This example is coming from your textbook on page 602. We'll look at number 14. Number 14 says Ilga purchased a new computer on a monthly purchase plan. The computer sold for $1,495. Ilga paid 5% down and $64 a month for 24 months. Part A, what finance charge did Ilga pay? So let's first talk about how much money Ilga paid out of pocket. So she paid a down payment, and the down payment was 5% of the selling price for the computer. So we want to determine what 5% of $1,495 is. So we'll take 1,495 and multiply it by 5%. And we find that Ilga paid $74.75 as a down payment. Then we also know that Ilga paid $64 for 24 months. So we want to take the $64 that she paid every month for 24 months and multiply them to find out how much money she paid over the course of those 2 years. And we find that she paid $1,536 over the 2 years. Well, how much money total out of pocket did Ilga pay? We would have to add the money she paid down and then her monthly payments. So that's what we'll do next. So Ilga paid $74.75 plus $1,536 for a total of $1,610.75. So that's how much money Ilga paid. Now what we have to do to determine the finance charge or the interest is we have to subtract the amount that she paid from the selling price of the computer. All right, so the amount that she paid total was this number here. So $1,610.75 minus the computer sold for $1,495. And we find that Ilga paid $115.75 as a finance charge. Or that is her interest. So this is the answer for part A. And then part B says, what is the APR to the nearest half percent? So now we're going to have to use the interest or the finance charge that we just computed to help us answer part B. So APR is determined by the finance charge or the interest divided by the amount financed times 100, and then we'll go to the table on page 593. Okay, so we already know the finance charge. Was $115.75 from our answer from part A. Well, now let's talk about the amount financed. The amount that she actually borrowed or financed. So Ilga put a down payment on the what did she buy? On the computer. So we need to determine how much she actually financed. So the computer sold for $1,495 and she put 5% down. So she put a down payment of $74.75. We also found this in part A, which means that she only financed the difference of those amounts, the difference of the selling price and the amount she put down. So if we subtract $1,495 minus $74.75, we will find that she financed $1,420.25. So that's the amount financed. Okay, and that's what we're going to divide the finance charge by. So we'll compute the APR by finding the ratio of $115.75 and $1,420.25, or divide them, and then multiply that by 100. And we get 0.0814999736. Then we'll multiply it by 100. And we get 8.1499. I ran out of room. So we'll just say that it's 8.15%. And now we have to use this value and we have to go to our table. So give me just a minute. I'm going to pull up our table and we'll go from there. Okay, this table is on page 593, and the percent that we found from our earlier calculations of the APR was 8.15%. And now what we have to do is use the rest of the information from the problem, which says that Ilga had 24 payments. And we're going to come, I don't know if you can see where I'm pointing. We're going to come and we find 24 payments here. And then we're going to come across and find the closest number that we can to the percent that we calculated before, which was 8.15, okay? So 8.54 is a little too high. 8 is closer to 8.15 than 8.54 is. So we are going to be in this column, which means that the APR, the annual percentage rate, is 7.5%. Again, here's what we did. We took our calculation that we got when we divided the finance charge by the amount financed and multiplied by 100. And we got a percent of about 8.15%. Now we need to come find the number of payments which Ilga made, which was 24. Then come across to the table and find the number that's closest to the 8.15, which would be this. Now look up. The APRs are listed in the black bold print at the top of this table. So the APR is 7.5%, which means the answer for part B is 7.5% APR.